welcome back to the Ben Adams Show. Today we have Charlie from Hotel Mira. Dude, I've been following you guys for like the past few months, and it's been cool to see where you guys came from. I think I first found you guys on TikTok, which, I mean, you guys have been grinding a lot on TikTok lately.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how much of a difference that made.
Yeah.
I started the account kind of somewhere between for fun and boredom, and my friend from New York kind of told me, you know, what are you doing not being on TikTok? You're in a band.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, why not? And at the time, I was like making little sketches. If you go far back enough, it's just like sketch comedy mostly. Yeah. And then one friend had this idea that the lyrics of Southern Comforting would make the lyrics of Speaking Off the Record rather would make for like a cool TikTok. So I was like, so I looked up the sound.
Yeah.
And people had already used the lyrics that people were talking about. The verse of I spent the bulk of my youth fucking my hand in my room, singing a song out of tune and wishing my brown eyes were blue. I'd seen a couple people on TikTok make little funny videos. So then I was like, okay, cool. What happens if, I make one from the source? And it was me lip syncing the song, looking in the camera, doing that. And we had no followers at the time, but that video went to like 24,000 views, and I was like, okay, there's something here. And then people were like, oh my god, I haven't heard from you in so long, and like, oh man, this is like, why is this so relatable and stuff? And it got like thousands of likes, and I was like, okay, like this platform is good for musicians.
Definitely.
And then we had a band I knew blew up on TikTok to the point of now they're doing like...
Which band?
They're called Mother.
Oh, those guys? I've heard of them. That's sick.
Old friends of ours. So
yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, to see their ascent kind of made me go like, okay, maybe that's possible for us. And then I got ambitious about it, and I think it's probably a big reason why this tour is happening. It's probably a big reason why.
I mean, you guys have gotten a good fan, like you're at 50K followers or something like that.
Yeah, in a year, which is really cool.
Oh, just in a year?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's probably the only social media. Come on in, man.
Walking out.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Good.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was my bass player, Mike Noble.
Yeah, Mike Tornado.
So, just snare drum. It's probably the only social media I've ever taken seriously when it first started.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just, I don't know, if I were new to being in a band, I would probably be passionate about it and checking it out. I think one of the things I like about it is just how celebrated creativity is on it. I just see
you can do
people
like a lot of different things with music, arts. Just you can pretty much do anything,
exactly,
whatever you want.
And then you kind of find that that maybe your niche interest or your like specific interest, there might be a huge community of people that aren't necessarily in your city, but you can connect to online. And I made another video kind of comparing us to some rock bands,
and that one
went really well.
Yeah, I saw that,
and that kind of made me go like, oh, cool, like I didn't know people like these bands as much as I did.
Yeah, that's sick. So obviously, like 2 years ago, COVID happened. You guys had a pretty big tour lined up, and that it got shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever think you'd be starting like a full headlining American tour? Or like, what was your thoughts
I
kind of
guess
during COVID and
not.
stuff?
I guess I kind of thought that I had a decent part of my brain that kind of thought that this thing I dedicated my life to, live music, might be like over as I knew it.
Yeah.
Or it might take 5 or 6 years to get back on its feet, kind of thing.
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, COVID was very like existential in that sense for me, because it was like, whoa, what am I without this thing that's such a big part of my life? And
did you kind of get to connect more personally just with yourself too during that time when it came to music and stuff? Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, more? I think I had to. I wrote a lot. That's kind of when I made the TikTok account. I had the fortune of booking a part as an actor and working on a sitcom.
That's
for a chunk,
that's cool.
During the pandemic, which was again just it was just I'm just very grateful, honestly, and so we pivoted however we could to kind of continue being a part of something creative, you get told that you can't play live anymore. Okay, well then I'm gonna start live streaming from my bedroom or my kitchen, and honestly that went really well too. Like it's not like the real thing at all. Like I'm very happy to be back at this, but there's an accessibility aspect to going live as often as I did, that I'm quite proud of, this idea that like it's free, and if you have sensory issues and you don't want to make it out to a concert, or you're agoraphobic or what have you, you can still interact with one of your favorite bands for some people. And then the other thing is like with just accessibility issues, like if you are like a wheelchair user, and the venue is not making it possible for you to get in, like, well, Charlie's gonna go live tonight.
Yeah, you still have that option on that platform and stuff.
Play all the hits. So I thought that was kind of cool about it.
I mean, obviously not the same, but still, you had those people kind of come in to see what was up and stuff. So I mean,
and then cool. And then that's kind of how I think about it today. But like when it was happening during lockdown, it was this separate level of like, okay, well, music is still this completely magical, cool, healing thing. To provide it to people who wanted it, it was a no-brainer. Selfishly, I just like performing.
I mean, same. Performing's pretty fun and stuff. So during that lockdown time, did any of those times kind of inspire any songs that you written, just on like feelings and stuff?
I think so.
Anything?
I mean, I wrote Fever Pitch right at the beginning. I wrote Fever Pitch.
Like right when you guys went on lockdown and stuff?
Around there, I remember writing the chorus and thinking the melody was cool, and then coming up with these kind of lyrics over it that kind of felt like just ways to I don't know, almost like insult myself, or like adjust myself down, because perfectionism, the previous record we did was so rooted in like being like just an open book and kind of laying your heart out and kind of being poetic and dramatic, and love conquers all, and being broken up with or whatever feels like the worst feeling in the world. I got all those kinds of thoughts out, and then. So
would you say like perfectionism, like the album fully, it's kind of like more of a story, personal story? Or that's sick.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And it's kind of a breakup record, kind of the. It's kind of about the first time I fell in love, and then reeling from not having that anymore, and how do you who are you after that? It's kind of what it explores. But then Fever Pitch, in contrast to that, is about like, dude, like, get over yourself. Like, you know, like,
definitely. Kind of even has that, the vibe of the music kind of has that, like, get over it, you know, type of feel.
It's kind of that. It's poppy and kind of sarcastic.
Yeah, punchy kind of too, you know. Chorus and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have to ask. So that question, or that song, Fever Pitch, you guys did a TikTok thing where you went to strangers, had them listen. What was some of like negative reactions?
So it was mostly
anything, or
it was mostly negative reaction.
How do you take that when it comes to your music and stuff?
Well, it was really funny because it wasn't my idea. I met up with a guy who is a filmmaker and does, you know, digital kind of director of photography kind of, and we did a couple videos around where I lived, and then he was like, oh, what do you think about doing that thing where like you show your new song to strangers? I was like, all right, let's do it. And he had like the equipment to do it. And it was the first time we'd met, me and this guy. We were.
Was this in Canada still?
I'd hired him to do like a couple hours of content with me.
Nice.
Was the plan. So for the last hour or so, we were gonna go do this man on the street interview thing. And so we probably interviewed about 30 people and kind of cut together what was kind of the best narrative, but no, people were really like insulted that like I would even ask.
Why? I mean,
I think that there's an aspect to I'd like to say it's regional in Vancouver, that kind of like, you know, just not very friendly.
Just not like that vibe of people? Or
it's just kind of, it's like, I think it's easier for lots of people to make fun of something and judge it rather than be like, oh, somebody's putting themselves out there and
like, good job,
this is interesting. I think it's much easier to just be like, oh, fuck that guy, what a weirdo. Like, he's bringing attention to himself. Like, and I don't understand that.
Same
personally.
like that, honestly. I don't know, it's not that hard to be nice, you know.
Couldn't agree more. But the thing is that like, so to bring it back, like, I really believe that that there should just be a baseline level of respect and compassion for when somebody's trying something, especially when it's not hurting you, right? But whatever, that's what we believe. That's not what everybody believes.
Yeah, totally.
So what ended up happening was like, we're doing this thing, interviewing lots of people, and we're like, you know, it's gonna be on TikTok or whatever. So the first part was like, do you want to hear this new song? And they'd be like, maybe. And then they're like, what are you filming it for? And I'd be like, TikTok. Like, you don't have to say your real name. It's fine. And they're like, oh, TikTok, no way. And they're like, okay.
And that was all.
And then they were like, can I still hear the song? And I was like, I guess so. And they'd listen to it and they'd be like, okay. And then some people you know, and some people then were really like into the idea and loved the song and were like, oh yeah, this.
Yeah, there was a ton of good reactions, like the ones posted and stuff.
But it was about 30 people, and the first 10 were bad. So it ramped up. And so I'm walking home with the guy after we filmed all of it, and it's gone well. And he turns to me, he's like, dude, after the third person, I was just gonna tap you on the shoulder and be like, you know, we don't have to do this. Like, we can just go home. Because of how kind of how
it was going so far. And stuff.
And I think it's a cool lesson in persistence.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool lesson in rejection, and I think it's a cool microcosm of like how many no's you're gonna get before a yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw this thing on YouTube where this guy just went out to get like as many no's as possible. Like it was kind of like a rejection challenge. I think it was like to get 100 no's in like an hour and stuff by just asking.
Off
like,
of what?
Just
what's the question?
Just any questions. Like he was like, "Can I hold your hand? Can I just totally random things?" And I think as a musician, that just seems like a fun thing to do because obviously as musicians, both of us kind of know when like criticism towards music can sometimes be a little bit, bad for us, but you kind of just have to get over it, that rejection phase.
Yeah.
So like I want to try that challenge sometime, but at the same time I'm not sure how it would go, especially as a musician and stuff, because personally for me, rejection with like, or just kind of negative feedback with my music, it's not really the coolest feeling, but it is what it is when it comes to music.
Yeah, I'm really used to people not vibing with what I do. I was kind of the laughing stock growing up, and it kind of became, as of late, it's kind of become a superpower to have been rejected as much as I have. Yeah.
That's cool. You guys so before this tour, you played your first arena show. Yeah. How was that? I mean, it was opening for Billy Talent. Yeah. How was that, dude? That looked so sick. Big place.
It was unbelievable. Just a great experience. Like, we really just tried to savor it. You know, it was a thing where there was maybe a bit of imposter syndrome leading up to it, being like, are we gonna play an arena? Is that the kind of music we make? Like, have you heard the song about me jerking off? Like, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
And
that must be pretty surreal though. Like once you get up on that stage.
Well, what was really cool is a lot of people were singing along and already knew who we were and came to see us.
Did that kind of like hit you, thinking like, whoa, like we actually have people that know us at like an arena show?
Yeah,
specifically.
As of recently, I've kind of, with a couple recent experiences, I've kind of clued in that we as a band, I should say, have taken this thing pretty far.
Totally.
It's not everybody who gets to say that they played to a packed Troubadour.
Yeah, dude, that's like insane.
And did an arena in their hometown in the same month.
Yeah, I feel like at the stage you guys are at, you guys are definitely going to be making it in the next few years, maybe even a year, because you guys got some cool stuff going on.
Thank you very much, Ben. I appreciate that.
So sick what you guys have gone into. So you guys.
Here's hoping, and if not, we've already accomplished some cool shit.
Yeah, totally. I saw something. I think you guys posted it on Instagram the other day, but it was like a question, like those poll questions. It was something about like, do you guys like smaller clubs or like big places? And like, was it you that said it kind of just it's the vibe of the? Was that you said it? Yeah. Elaborate on that.
Well, I think
that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an arena or a festival of thousands and no one's paying attention and they're all talking to each other
and the vibe and
fuck
stuff,
that. But then again, if it's 5 people and you have an acoustic guitar and everybody's waiting on bated breath for the next thing you're gonna say, or you could hear a pin drop in a crowd of 10 people during a slow song, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, totally.
It's like many things in the world. It's very vibe dependent.
Definitely. Do you try to match the energy of all the crowds you guys play? Because obviously, like, even more specifically, like on tour, kind of each show kind of varies with like audience size. Do you think you kind of match the energy of each show, or just play the best that you can at each show?
I think that it's like a show like Seattle was everybody. Am I needed? Okay, give me a second.
Sounds good. Well, second part with
part 2.
part 2. Where did we leave off? It was we were talking about something.
I think I just told.
You're gonna get summoned.
Am I again? For what?
Amber just, I heard Amber saying
Hey. Okay. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well,
Very. So maybe I was finishing talking about
something about
rejection.
maybe.
Yeah,
Let's start though.
Yeah, I think that like if like I don't know, it kind of no, I don't think so. Yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, with kind of enough rejection, you kind of get a better radar of what's worth listening to or not.
Yeah, totally.
And there's a good chunk of my life where I really thought everybody who was insulting me was giving me advice.
Yeah.
Because there can be these sorts of insults that maybe people don't know they're doing it or not, but you know they frame things in this kind of morally superior way of like, well, if I were you, I wouldn't do this, that, and the other thing, because when you do it, you come off whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
But the truth is that it just might not work for them, and they start to kind of speak in this way that's universal.
Yeah,
because
so it kind of just depends on like who you are.
Yeah.
Kind of what you're looking for and stuff.
Yeah, man, just my thinking these days is, you know, go toward, like, it's cheesy, but like follow your heart and go towards kind of what feels right. And
exactly, like if you have that mindset,
you're probably not gonna please your detractors in your entire life. So like for me, especially growing up, like my inner circle didn't really fuck with what I did.
Yeah.
But like if I posted something and then online it would get, you know, people would be like, oh, this is sick. I'd be like, oh, that's who I'll make it for then.
Yeah.
You know? Because there was a chunk of time where I was like breaking my own heart trying to make music that was cool enough to please my hipster friends or family or whatever, but and it never would. But the opposite is true, you know. You might be making something that works for somebody so far from either physically far or like an entirely different walk of life from you might connect to your exactly what you're doing. It's cool. All the while people might say it sucks.
Yeah, I can kind of see that and stuff,
and that's the other thing is like if you're doing something polarizing, it's probably better than doing something that is like, this is fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nobody's like, this is harmless, you know, like, I'm never going to put it on again, but, you know.
No, totally.
I didn't hate it, you know. Yeah. Versus like if something, you know, is making, you know, half of a room go like absolutely not. What the hell is this? Somebody needs to set this on fire. And the other half of the room is going, oh, you know what? I've needed this my whole life and not known it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind with rejection is
especially like musician wise and stuff.
Yeah, no, specifically with when making art.
Definitely. So you guys have a song coming out, or was that like a Sleepy Tom? What was that? Yeah, Thursday.
Good research. Yeah. So, what's
that about?
So Sleepy Tom is an electronic musician, and he can really play kind of
producer kind of
guitar and bass and stuff too. Nice. Incredible producer. And we kind of knew of each other friends of friends and stuff. And he kind of wanted people to write for his new record.
Yeah.
And somehow my name came up because I was writing with people in LA, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then so all of a sudden he sends me 5 beats that he's working on, and one of them I'm like, oh, this is nuts, like I love this. And then we head to his studio, and you know, I show him the one that I like best.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh cool, you know, just whatever, start kind of, you know, I'm just gonna turn this mic on, you know, kind of just start singing and writing over it. And I was like, oh yeah, sounds great. So then I do, but it's this disco kind of vibe.
So is it like different than regular Hotel Mira music, or
like
is it more like EDM?
Couldn't be more different from Hotel Mira. Like it's closer to like Daft Punk or
so like
Justice.
That EDM dance type of
more like
stuff?
Disco. So and with that in mind, I was like, it was reminding me of like a song I'd want to hear Pharrell or The Weeknd on.
Yeah.
So I basically was doing this like Weeknd impression as soon as I heard the beat. I was like, you were so different, you were so wicked. And Sleepy Tom is there. He's like, oh yeah, this is rad, and we're kind of laughing. Yeah. You know, we're making this thing, and then he's like, and then we kind of get to the chorus, and we write the chorus, and we're having a lot of fun writing it really quickly. And then in between takes, he goes like, just so you know, like, I'm going to replace your vocal. I hope that's cool. And I was like, yeah, of course, dude. Like, you know, somebody else should be singing on this song other than me. Yeah. And then, so we wrote all day with that in mind. And then he started putting the song together and was like, I actually really like the way your voice ended up sounding.
Yeah, that's sick.
So then it became Sleepy Tom featuring Hotel Mira. But I went in with the intention of just writing.
That's cool. And that's become like a full song.
Yeah, and for me, it's a bit of a feather in my cap moment. So like, and an exciting kind of, wow, like my life is strange and eclectic that I get to, you know, be on tour doing this rock band thing, and then this song that I wrote 7 months ago with this electronic artist is gonna come out in that same week, and I've never made music like this or released it professionally at all. So I've always loved that kind of music, but yeah, again, not a lot of people get to do that, and
for sure.
Not in a braggy way, just in a grateful way. I'm like, holy cow, this it's exciting to me to try my hand at multiple genres.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, do you see Hotel Mira kind of on any other genres besides that? Like going out, like maybe more, I don't know, metal by chance?
It's funny you should mention that, because one of the big things that the band has in common is we're all really big fans of Metallica. I don't think we're gonna do anything metal, maybe record 5 or 6.
Nice.
We could, by the time we're ancient metal dudes, maybe that's all we'll like. But I answered that question recently, and I think it's really true. Is like, all I'm trying to do with Hotel Mira or writing music in general is follow my heart and not repeat myself.
That's sweet.
And then I have the 3 greatest collaborators I could ask for. Just incredible musicians in Mike, Clark, and Cole.
Definitely. And
is that a good intro line for you?
Maybe.
Show line?
I want to get my shoes on so I can set up merch, but I can come in. Sorry.
So, do you want to introduce yourself really quick?
Yeah. Hey, I'm Mike. I play in Hotel Mira, bass,
and synth and do some backing vocals, and I left my shoes in the middle of the room during this interview.
Nice.
Yeah, hello. Nice to meet you, Ben.
How you doing?
Good. Yeah, just finished some work up in the corner there.
Nice. Have you just been working this whole tour and stuff, or?
Yeah, I have like
off and on.
Depends who's watching this. But I have a work remote job, so.
Oh, that's sweet. So you can just walk on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Find some time to get some stuff done, which is nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, to follow up on that last question, metal album in like 4 records from now, I'd say maybe.
Yeah, I have to rise to the occasion as like a.
No. No. We don't. It's not.
Hotel Mira metal album.
Yeah, it's Hotel Mira.
It's new metal.
Hotel Mira. No. Metal? But like you're thinking Dio style metal.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like I think you could do like a bit more of a Hetfield vibe.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe
join in.
Or maybe.
Sure, yeah, I can just linger.
Sick. Sounds good.
There's a camera there.
Yeah, if you just want to squeeze in, maybe right there somewhere.
We'll share.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Let's introduce you really quick.
I'm Clark. I'm the guitar player in Hotel Mira.
Nice. So on the road, I want to hear from both of you guys, or all of you guys. What's like the food that you guys mostly get on the road? Do you guys try to keep it expensive, cheap, or?
You're looking at 3 chicken sandwich sort of dudes.
We love chicken sandwiches.
From what places?
Anywhere.
Nice.
I actually like. I have a philosophy about eating on the road because I'd like to consider myself a bit like road worn. Like I've been touring for like over 10 years of my life now. Yeah. Road worn, yeah. Like like a tire.
It's cool.
But like but you need like when you first tour and you go on your first tours, it's all like sick road trip with my buddies. You're just like, oh, let's hit McDonald's, let's do this. Like you will bury yourself into the ground if that's how you treat yourself on tour. So I actually try to eat healthier than I do at home. Okay. So I actually try to eat healthier than I do at home because when I inevitably fail, I fall back down to still eating healthy. Because like think about it, you're on the road for this tour is about 28 days. It's basically exactly 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you were just at home and you ate McDonald's twice a day for 28 days in a row.
Jump in.
You would feel. So my kind of rule that I set for myself is that only fast food, like basically only Subway when we're actually on the highway. Only fast food or quick meals when we're on the highway, and then when we're actually in cities and stuff like that, we actually get something, sit down.
Yeah.
Food on the road. What do you think, Cole?
That was me. I have less stringent rules about health and diet typically.
Just getting whatever, or
kind of like treat my body pretty badly until it rejects it, and then
nice.
and then go on like a couple days of salads only and green juice.
Try and reset it.
Yeah, live a high variance lifestyle.
We all drink a lot of coffee and a lot of water.
A lot of
coffee.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with a salad a day rule.
Ooh, that's
yeah.
Like
it's
if
nice.
if one meal is a salad, then I'm at least breaking even.
Yeah.
Nice. So are you guys traveling just for this tour in one van, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
How's that? Do you guys any fun stories yet? Tour van stories?
Playing a lot of video poker.
Yeah, we're playing a lot of poker against each other. Yeah. So I cleaned Charlie out earlier today.
Nice. Do you guys pretty much just do your own thing on the bus, or is it?
Yes.
Do you guys
hate that the world gets
anything?
to know that. They don't get to know the context.
Yeah.
Sometimes people kind of go into their own world or whatever, but usually we're sort of hanging out and chatting, or maybe the people in the back are too far away from the people in the front, so there's 2 conversations going on. But
to save some face for Charlie, I went all in on a hand that I shouldn't have and got really lucky by the end.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sounds sounds sweet.
And then being in the van, I do a lot of zoning out, looking out the window, and it's really cool sometimes to like just drift off, and then an hour has gone by of driving or something. It's I don't know, it's very surreal.
Yeah.
Unless you're the driver.
Yeah.
Who usually drives out of you guys?
Cole,
me, Clark, and
Clark,
Hammer.
and our.
To have Hamilton on tour with us as front of house sound and tour managing, so he's been doing a lot of the driving, which is
that's sweet.
A really nice change.
Short shifts. Stay focused.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. When you guys, so you guys stay at hotels, right, after shows, or usually?
Mm-hmm.
How's that getting, like, after playing a whole show, then just getting to relax at a whole? Is that relaxing even, or?
It rules. It's like there's so.
Usually any time for relaxing.
Yeah.
Just, you don't want to leave any gear in the van, so by
True,
the time
yeah.
we've gotten it out of.
Oh, so you guys
the
move
venue
like.
and loaded it into the
Nice.
hotel room.
Yeah.
It's like more often than not midnight or later, and it's
Dang.
just like shit. We gotta hit the road tomorrow morning. So off to sleep.
I definitely prefer hotels though, because like so many like earlier tours and different bands, like you stay at like your friends' places and people you know in town, and it's just there's like. It's nice because like sometimes like these places are nicer than hotels, but it's also like there's like obligation. You have to like kind of hang out for a bit, and like you're in someone else's space.
Yeah. Everyone Mike's ever stayed with is just going. It's like, oh, you just had to hang out with us.
No,
yeah.
But I also mostly only stayed with musicians, so they get it too, so they know what's up.
Nice. That sounds pretty cool. So. Have you all four of you guys? Have you guys been in the band since the beginning, or
no?
Who's been joining Win and stuff?
We've
I've done it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no.
So this lineup has been around for about 4 years now. I've been in the band for 5 years.
So were you still in the time when Japanese Girls was a
technically yes, if you count the time that we didn't have a band name as being that time.
Yeah.
I never I've known Charlie for like almost, I think we did some calculations, almost 15 years now.
That's sweet.
Just through music, and he hit me up and we played some music together and it sounded pretty good.
That's sweet.
So that's how this started, and I've been playing in bands with Cole for, if not longer. We toured Australia together with a different band a couple years back.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was just kind of like it's really interesting because in Vancouver you just sort of when you get to where we're at, there's people who like there's a finite amount of people who are taking it like seriously.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, okay, let's assemble them kind of thing.
Yeah. Just picking.
Yeah, one of the coolest things about recording and touring with this band is how everyone is like a lifer and like borderline like a grizzled
road worn
salty vet.
Yeah, just
grizzled young
like
vet.
A salty grizzled.
Yeah, curmudgeon. There's the Zolas.
The Zolas.
Yeah.
How's it touring with those guys?
It's been great.
Love it. I feel like we only tour with the Zolas.
Yeah, I mean, you guys opened for like a
so.
tour, right, for them?
Yeah.
And now the opening. For
Yeah. We opened for them in
I
Canada.
don't think you need to phrase it like that.
Yeah.
How would you phrase it?
We're touring together. We toured
Touring
together
together?
before. It doesn't really matter
Just-
which order was in.
It's like a Blue Oyster Cult Kiss thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not like a Blue Oyster Cult.
It's the opposite of what you were trying to say before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been both tours with them have been awesome. We're really lucky.
That's sick. How'd the tournament idea come up?
It was Zach's idea, and it was like cool. So we just were like, yeah, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, me and Mike both like those kind of
like 90s video game kind of vibes.
King of Fighters and Tekken.
Yeah,
and
I think it started because we got some like rough drafts for the poster.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like in fighting games when you pick your character, it sort of had that vibe, and we were just like, let's lean into it.
Nice.
Just like, why not?
I mean, good promo.
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
when it comes to that stuff. Yeah. So the how do you say that? Troubadour.
Troubadour.
I think that's sick. So how was that show for all of you guys? I mean, legendary venue. Sick venue.
It's my first time in LA.
Oh yeah,
period,
you were talking about that before.
In LA, so the fact that there was 250 people there and they were having a good time and people were singing along is pretty special.
Yeah. Was that your biggest show? Well, besides the. Well, never mind. Yeah.
Biggest show? No. Biggest show in the States to date?
Probably. Yeah.
Definitely most legendary venue. I think probably in Canada too. Like there's been a few like the Horseshoe in Toronto and stuff. Like a lot of cool bands have come through these different places. But like like the Troubadour is insane.
Second to only the Urban Lounge in Salt Lake City, where we are here right now.
Yeah.
It's getting closer before the show.
I don't know.
You can come down by 8:30.
If you make it in the next 45 minutes, doors are at
Yeah.
No, the Troubadour ruled it. It's just an unbelievable place. I've only seen videos of like the stage and like the blue light that's behind the stage.
Yeah.
So like when we got inside, I was like, oh, this is like not what I expected it to look like.
Like in a better way, or like
in like a positive way.
Nice.
You know, I knew it was like a 300-ish cap room, but like in terms of how it was laid out, it was really cool. I really dug it, and like it sounded great, and you know,
it's kind of an old-timey vibe.
It's definitely
kind of the stage too.
It's definitely a venue that was built in 1957. That's 300 cap in West Hollywood. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, it gives off that vibe a lot.
Yeah. It there's a lot of history in those walls, and that's what makes it like sick as hell.
Definitely. Well, last question for all of you guys. Let's just start this way, going this way. What venue, any venue in the world, would you guys want to play? And who would you want to play with? Yeah, so what venue and who would it be with?
The Urban Lounge in Salt Lake City with the Zolas.
I would say I want to play the Tokyo Dome.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
that'd be
that's
dope.
Basically it. That's my answer.
Just one band bill?
One band bill, Tokyo Dome. No, I don't know. I didn't think too far into it. Probably with the Zolas, like if we're on pace.
Nice.
It's tough to pick just one venue or just one band, because like the best tour that we could go on is the tour that we're actually going on. You know, like I'd be super grateful to play with any big band in any big venue.
Yeah, that's
so
great. Nice.
Couldn't even say more than that.
Nice.
These two guys never doing interviews and just like.
What do you want me to say?
Sum 41 at Wembley.
There you go.
Who did he say?
Sum 41 at Wembley.
Dude, I'm seeing them in like 2 weeks.
Oh,
Just
sick.
at the venue nearby.
Amazing.
I'm stoked to see those guys. It's a sick show. And what about you?
Madison Square Garden with St.
Yeah.
Vincent.
That's see,
That'll
there
be
you
sick.
go. Now there's an answer.
I play that game.
Yeah.
If there was, I'd look at my schedule.
Yeah, well,
my rate.
I got
free that day.
Yeah, that's all it depends on.
The boys and you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Annie,
$40 per DM, $15 buyout.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Well,
Two topping. It's gotta be two topping or higher.
minimum.
Yeah. Fully loaded nacho.
This was lovely. It was so great to meet you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, well,
thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Best of luck in all your musical endeavors. I'm stoked. I love your passion across the board to be a musician as well as a journalist and into self-promotion and all these things.
So, you're killing it. Pro recording rig too.
Yeah. Absolutely got a bright future ahead of you.
Awesome. Well, Hotel Mira, thank you guys for chatting. It's
Hey,
cool.
No worries. Anytime.
Catch them on tour.
Yeah.
Awesome.